Let's start with, there's like a feeling out process for like 2 minutes, and then it's on. I mean, those two were going. The pressure that Khabib puts on you is unbelievable. Literally didn't respect his punching power, just walked right into everything, did what he wanted. When he started to go for like the armbar in the first round, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna try to pull off an armbar. You know, then the second round, he keeps the pressure on him, starts to go for that submission. I was like, oh no, right? And he locks it up, gets it, and chokes him out. Unbelievable. And he still didn't lose either round.
Crazy. Have you had a chance to speak to him yet? I mean, obviously, I think we're all a little bit surprised by his decision. I mean, I think we all understand his emotion coming into this, but have you spoken to him yet?
No. He was in the octagon. We were all just standing around listening, and you can tell. I could tell. It almost smelled like an upset tonight. The way that he reacted at the weigh-ins, the way that he acted when he was walking out tonight. He didn't look like himself, breathing heavy and taking deep breaths, and But wow.
What's your expectations? I mean, obviously, do you take him at his word that that's it, or do you think that maybe he'll change?
What this guy's been through, we're all lucky that we got to see him fight tonight. And I'm hearing rumors of other things that I didn't know about that you guys will hear about when he comes out later, I'm sure. Apparently, he was in the hospital. He broke his foot. Yeah. So 3 weeks ago. So he has 2 broken toes and a bone in his foot that's broken or something like that. That's what his corner was telling me. And never told anybody, walking around. So, I mean, he is one of the toughest human beings on the planet, and he's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And seriously, you have to start putting him up there at GOAT status with, whoever else you think is the GOAT.
So what do you do? I mean, obviously you respect him, you give him his time. Do you talk to him and say, hey man, we still got some ideas for you?
I don't ever listen. When guys want to fight, they want to fight. If they don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. Let him take some time off. Let him heal, not physically, but emotionally heal with what he's going through from losing his father. I said we're all lucky we got to see what we saw tonight.
I guess it'll all, we'll have to see how it plays out with him, how the rest of the division shakes out. But we did have Michael Chandler here tonight. Obviously, he got announced and did an interview and didn't get to fight. Have you figured out what you want to do with him now that, he didn't have to fill in this weekend?
Nope. I was focused on tonight, and that's it, man. We've been here for 5 weeks. We're almost done with this shitty year, and we'll get home and figure out what's next.
No doubt. I'll ask you one more about the co-main event. Robert Whittaker, he looked fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Is a rematch with Adesanya appealing to you at all? Is it too soon after that fight?
No, it's very appealing to me. It's a fight that makes sense right now. Like I said, Adesanya has a lot of options, but the fight that makes the most sense right now is Whittaker. I thought Cannonier was going to be a much tougher challenge for him. He looked good tonight, so the Adesanya fight makes sense.
I know we're all excited to get back to Vegas and start there again, but there was a big announcement tonight about Etihad Arena and that'll be open next year. Have you started talking about 2021 yet? And
tomorrow, I have a big meeting here tomorrow. So,
do you have an idea when you think we'll be back?
Late January, early February, maybe. Go back home, do a bunch of fights at home, and then we should be ready to do, some international fights, title fights, and things like that. The end of January, early February.
Nice. And last thing for me, since he's the hero of Fight Island, Hamza Chimaev, of course, you mentioned the other day in an interview, him and Leon Edwards. Just want to get a status update on that. Is that signed and done?
Yeah. Is it signed, guys? Who's in here? Yeah. Done. Signed.
Signed. Done. December
19th. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks. I'm excited for that one too.
Before this fight, you mentioned that you had something big coming for Khabib. Obviously, he's retired now, but can you tell us what it was?
No.
Hey, Dana.
Hey.
I know you said you don't know what to do with Michael Chandler, but could it be something like him and Tony Ferguson as the coaches of The Ultimate Fighter? I know you're looking for coaches for that show. Would that not make sense?
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's interesting too, but I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens.
In MMA, we see a lot of retirements and then a lot of guys unretire. But with someone like Khabib, in your personal opinion, knowing that he promised his mother that he wouldn't compete again, do you believe him?
I do.
Yeah. And then earlier today, Floyd Mayweather did an interview and said that you guys have been in talks and you guys are going to be working together. And I know that recently you said Zuffa Boxing is benefiting from the coronavirus. Is that linked?
No, I didn't say Zuffa Boxing was benefiting from the coronavirus. I said that there was interesting things going on out there that I might be able to put together that I would be interested in. I only want to put on fights that are the best fights. This is what we do. We put on the best versus the best, and the only way that I would do anything in boxing is if I could do that, and there is an opportunity. So I'm looking at. But yeah, I told you guys a long time ago that me and Floyd were talking about doing something.
And then last thing for me, earlier this week a report came out with some allegations against Mike Perry from his ex-wife. I was wondering if you'd heard about those and if that's something you're investigating.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard that she wanted to get a restraining order and the judge didn't allow the restraining order, and nothing really came out of it.
I think she alleged that he'd been physical in their relationship.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Cool. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Dana, over here. You obviously have that. Well, like you're without a champion now, so you're going to have to crown a champion at some point, especially in the lightweight division. Does that make this McGregor-Poirier fight in January that's being targeted? Will that most likely be for a vacant title?
Say that again?
Well, the McGregor-Poirier fight, could that be for the vacant title now if it's at 155?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Guys, don't ask me the future or what the fuck's going on with anything else, because I have no idea. I just been here for 5 weeks, man, getting through this shitty ass year, and I'm just ready to fucking go home and we'll figure out what's next. As soon as we have answers, you'll know. All right? Have a good night.